Wait for some people to get in here. Get in this chat room. So, this one's a doozy. I was just listening to the debates for SB 003. And wow, what an outrageous claim. I don't know who was talking because I just came into it. I don't know what representative it was. It sounded like it was Wiseman. Anyway, he brought up the fact that University of Colorado has published an article that says 1 in 15 adults have been on the scene of a mass shooting. 1 in 15? Really? See you, Boulder? I thought you guys were supposed to be smart up there or something. Do you realize that that's like the population of New York? 1 in 15 adults? That's just asinine. There's absolutely zero chance that 18 million adults have been on the scene of a mass shooting. Zero chance. Furthermore, they say that 2% of adults have been injured in a mass shooting. Again, there is zero chance that many people have been injured in a mass shooting. If you're just coming on the scene here, you saw the title, I think. CU Boulder is claiming that 1 in 15 adults have been on the scene of a mass shooting. And they're defining mass shooting as 4 or more people involved. That's the population of New York. It's just under the population of New York. So the New York population right now is 20 million people. What they're claiming is that 7% of adults have been on the scene of a mass shooting, which is 18 million people. 18 million. Are you kidding me right now? That is not true. There is no chance that's true. There is zero chance that's true. Of course, they're inflating the numbers because CU Boulder is obviously a very liberal college. Very, very liberal. And you know what sucks is that this is some intellectual dishonesty. Is that what's going on here? Intellectual dishonesty from CU Boulder. There's zero chance that 1 in 15 adults have been on the scene of a mass shooting. How dare they lie like that? You want to talk about misinformation? There is zero chance. Emperor Dalek, or whatever the hell you call yourself. You want to know common sense? I'm saying the population of New York has been on the scene of a mass shooting? Really? The population of New York, the 4th largest state in the United States. There's no way. And they're claiming that 2% of Americans, 2% of adults, let me get that right there, 2% of adults have been injured from a mass shooting. That's the population of South Carolina. Are you kidding me right now? There is zero chance that many people have been on the scene of a mass shooting. Zero chance. So CU Boulder is playing numbers games because they know that most people aren't going to look at that and go, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. Now, if they were to say maybe, a couple of thousand people, yeah, I'd buy that. But there's no way it's over 1 million. There's zero chance it's over 1 million. Zero. Yeah, they did add the Las Vegas shooting. They did. 100% they did. But you mean to tell me that is something that they should all those people that were there, were they part of the mass shooting? No, there's no way. And even if they were, okay, let's call that 1,000 people, or let's call it 15,000 people. Okay, 15,000 people. That is a very, very, very small drop in the bucket when it comes to, I don't know, 18 million people. There's no way. There's zero chance. Zero chance. 18 million people have been on the scene of a mass shooting. Okay, what are we talking about here exactly? Are we talking about a radius? 200 meters? 300 meters? I mean, the max effective range of an AR-15 is 300 meters. So you mean to tell me there's 15,000 people within 300 meters of that Las Vegas shooting? There were 15,000 people within 300 meters, and that's a radius. Not to mention, what about the direction of fire exactly? The direction of fire would only give you a certain angle. So there's no way that there was 15,000 people affected by the mass shooting in Vegas. And even if there were, let's say there were, that's a small percentage of what they're claiming. They're claiming 18 million people. 18 million people have been part of a mass shooting. There's no way. They're also, and again, even further, they're saying that the population of South Carolina has been injured in a mass shooting. The population of South Carolina, really. Absolutely no chance. Absolutely zero chance that's going to happen. So I bring that up because here in Colorado, they're debating right now as we speak on SB 25003. And that is a purchasing scheme that they're going to claim will save lives. And one of the representatives brought up this article from from University of Colorado Boulder, and just blatantly putting it out there. It's such a lie. It boils me to the core that we have this dishonesty. And you want to talk about misinformation, disinformation, misinformation, whatever the hell you want to call it. This tops all the dis or misinformation that you could ever see. They're literally throwing it out there like it's a fact. There's no chance the population of South Carolina, the equivalent of that population, has been injured in a mass shooting, and there's no chance the population, or the equivalent of the population of New York, just under that population, has been on the scene of a mass shooting. And our representatives are using these lies to bolster their gun control agenda. They're using these lies to do so. You know, they're saying that common citizen isn't so common. Well, this is one of those examples. You have to sit there and think, really? 18 million people have been on the scene of a mass shooting? There's no way. There's zero chance. There's zero chance. They're inflating those numbers to make it look like guns need to be banned. That's what they're doing. They're scaring people. They're scaring individuals, especially impressionable people, such as youngsters, such as those 15 and 16s and 17 years old that are going to college, and they're taking the information and they're shoving it down their throat, even though it's a lie, just so they can, in the future, ban firearms outright. Because these youngsters are coming up and they're testifying. They're testifying for gun control, and they don't even know that they're giving their own rights up as they speak. It's pretty crazy. Omar, Israel, Palestine. How about this? How about instead of Israel, Palestine, how about we just stop shooting each other? Hey, there's an idea. How about both sides stop shooting each other? But you know what? You know what's going to happen? That's not going to happen. Unfortunately, the Palestinian people, there are probably some really, really good people there, but the 100%, Hamas is not good. Not good at all. And there's zero chance that there can be peace as long as Hamas is around. So that's my take on it. But I think they should stop shooting each other altogether. Israel, Palestine. All right. Anyway, back on the same on the on this SB3 legislation. So they're literally debating it right now, and they brought up a lie to to poise their position on this bill, and that lie is that 1 in 15 people in the United States, adults in the United States, have been on the scene of a mass shooting. That's all this live video is for. I hope you guys can share, comment, do all the things that us YouTubers would like you to do. And then if you live in Colorado, just know that whoever said that up there is putting disinformation out there to poise their position in support of gun control, and it's sickening. It's absolutely sickening. So unfortunately, it won't happen because war is money. And yep, I agree with that. War is money. War is money. That's why we were there for that's why we were in Afghanistan for 20 years. 20 years. I was there. I was one of the first people there. And I went back, I think, 18 years later for my second time. And all the countries involved, there's at least 30 countries involved. And there's no chance that they weren't making money. There was some kind of way that they were making money. Of course, military personnel in the United States, anyway, you deploy to a hostile fire zone, guess what? It's tax-free. So obviously the generals and stuff like that, they wanted to continue doing that because then they get tax-free money. It's pretty ridiculous, but that wasn't the point of the video. But yeah, it's all about money. It's all about money. All these wars and stuff like that, it's just, hey, we're going to make some money somehow. I don't know how it is going to be, but they know what's good for them. They know what's good for them. And then bring it back to the gun control agenda here in Colorado. Democrats know what's good for them, meaning they have the power in this state, unfortunately, and they're going to continue to push this agenda of theirs, even if most of Coloradans do not want it. And I don't know what's true, but even if most of Coloradans did want it, there's the Second Amendment that's supposed to protect this kind of crap from happening. But anyway, so anyway, hey, I love you guys. We'll see you later. Pack out.